The Visit.
The
The Village.
Yeah.
Fuck. By N. Night Shyamalan.
Yes, Shyamalan.
He was there today.
We watched that, like 10 minutes ago.
And this is the honest review.
It was, yeah. I had watched it before. You had not. And I watched it like a decade or so ago. I think this came out in 2004. I want to say like around then is when I watched it as well, which is more than a decade.
Yeah.
2004, holy shit. Wow, how many years is that? Is that's 17 years ago, this movie? That's insane.
2004 was a long
It was a
time
long
ago.
time ago. And I thought it still was a pretty good movie.
But dude, no matter how far we are off from the year 2000, I still feel like 2000 was like last year. That's how I remember it. The year 2000. All the build up to
Year
it.
2000. Oh, okay, like that, yeah.
All the famous bands of the time had songs
Yeah.
that were about the year millennium or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember Jennifer Lopez had a big song that was like on MTV 24/7
Yeah.
all the time. Shakira had that
MTV.
song where she like dances in mud
Oh,
with the horses.
yeah,
What was it called?
yeah. Oh,
Whenever.
yeah. That was fucking 2000.
Yeah.
Fucking.
So many songs. Everybody had songs.
That was
for
a year of a World Cup as well. So
Yeah.
that was like a lot of hype going on that year. But
Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin.
Lots of Ricky Martin songs.
Yeah. It's
Oh
weird.
my
I got exposed to Ricky Martin when I was so young that I didn't really know what gay was. But like, but I knew he was gay, even though I didn't even know what it was. And
Now,
then,
for me, I just thought that was what the culture was like. So
yeah,
that's how they
it
behaved.
must have been. But I was like, man, this guy's weird. Like, but obviously he did turn out to be gay. But I hope he's doing well. I haven't heard about him for a while. Like, I think.
I don't think we need to, because the money he might,
Yeah.
he would have made at that time is still.
I can't remember a single song though. I just know that he had a lot of hit songs.
He had a song for the World Cup, right?
He did have a song for
I think that was the anthem for the World Cup.
Yeah, you're right.
Holy
you're
fuck! Imagine if your song is chosen as the anthem for the World Cup.
right.
That's what
Shakira
you
had
hit it.
one as well, yeah.
Going back to the visits.
Village.
Fuck. Village. So the Village, for me, was very interesting. I'm glad I watched it, but it's just a 75% of the movie was done really well. Really well. The setup, the build, the ambience, the music, the visuals, everything. Spot on. It lives up to, current times really well.
Yeah.
It holds up for sure. But then there were certain elements to it that destroyed it. But really good acting on the
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard,
Really good, yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix,
Pretty good.
Hakeem,
Yeah.
and
And Adrian Brody.
and freaking Jesse Eisenberg is a a runaway kid.
He's like in like 2 scenes.
Yeah, in 2 scenes.
I didn't even realize that it was there till you pointed it out.
Yeah. So he was there. Who was there? Oh, the fat guy. Oh, the fat guy. I don't know.
Yeah, he was a good actor as well. And then Sigourney Weaver was there.
Sigourney Weaver was there. No aliens in this one though.
No.
Spoiler. Spoiler.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could spoil the movie from 17 years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that like people should have watched it by now. Yeah.
A super weird M. Night Shyamalan twist would have been if the alien ship landed there and then the aliens came out. That would have been better than this.
I don't know. I like it just because I like the twist, and I'm not going to get into the twist, but like, just in case someone hasn't actually watched it, I like the twist.
But I highly recommend, if at all people are listening to this are planning on watching it, I highly recommend you watch it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And I like the twist and the movie in general because it makes the movie plausible. I didn't want it to like be something that could never happen.
Yeah.
So I like that. But yeah, I think Shyamalan in general, like his whole twist thing, in a way it's a bit of a gimmick, I think also. Like, I don't think your movie should necessarily need a twist for it to be good. And that's what I think went wrong with the latest one, Glass. Yeah, because like he kind of forced a twist in there, which didn't really need to be there, and it would have been a good movie otherwise, I think. But
I think it's high time Shyamalan should change the trademark Shyamalan twist into trademark just
Normal,
something new.
no twist.
Just don't do a twist anymore. Just,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's also like when I watch an M. Night Shyamalan movie, I want a twist because when it works, it's really good.
Yeah.
I like the twist in this one, The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable. Those are all great, and I'm going into that movie thinking, hey, there's something off about this. I know it's going to change in the end, but it's still fucking good, you know. So like when it works, it's brilliant. But like I guess he needs to know when to put it.
Yeah.
And Glass is probably my biggest example of that not being a great place to put.
By the way, the man himself plays a cameo in this.
Yeah, but he does that in every movie, I think.
He kind of looked like me in this because he was so young.
But he has a cameo in every movie he makes.
Really?
Yeah. Somewhere in some scene.
So he Stanley's it.
Yeah, because I didn't realize this till I watched The Sixth Sense recently, not recently, a couple of months ago. He was in that as well. But he's like the only Indian origin director that's like
On
any
this
sort
one.
of like like a Hollywood
Yeah.
level. Obviously, there are great Indian directors in India, but
Oh, I watched the movie that you said. What was
look
it
at that fucking rat.
called?
Which one?
Ship of Theseus.
Oh, did you watch it? What do you think?
The fuck?
It was a rat. I saw it.
That was what?
A rat.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
What do you
still,
think?
yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, it was good,
I liked
right?
it. I liked it. I liked it.
Yeah. I think it should have been, like, it should have been sent out for the Oscar nominee from India because, like, that year, there weren't that many good ones. And Ship of Theseus is a different kind of movie. It's long, but I think it sort of wraps up in the end. It just
You know
got
why
me
I kept
thinking.
off
Yeah.
not watching it? Because
Why?
the first one is not that gripping. If you think about it, the first story in the movie. So it's like collection of stories.
Which is
so
with the girl,
the blind
yeah.
That
I
one
agree, I
wasn't
agree.
very gripping.
Yeah.
But then from the second it started picking up. Like holy shit, it picks up.
Yeah.
2, 3, and the last one. Oh my god.
Yeah, the last
So
one is
good.
good.
So good.
It went places I didn't think it would go. But a great movie, and I mean, it's a testament to like these Indian directors who are rarely known. You know, you only think about your.
That one has a twist as well. No?
Yashraj.
That was the
I
end-
guess
the end
in
is
a
kind
way,
of twist.
I wouldn't say it's a twist. I would say it's just a nice wrap up.
Yeah.
Not a twist per se. But like, yeah, Shyamalan level is quite.
Imagine if
Quite
Ship
rare.
of Theseus was directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh man, that'd be like
That would have
all
been
the people would have been ghosts. But like, yeah, I don't know.
No, but I felt like Ship of Theseus lacked in several departments.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think it's a very much an amateur film.
Yeah, for
But
real.
like, it's a good one. It's a good amateur.
That's what I
film.
was saying. So if this guy's skill in that kind of a script, oh my god, that movie would have been super.
You know, but like, I would have said that about like The Last Airbender, which is M. Night Shyamalan's biggest flop. And I've seen the cartoons. I really like them. I've seen them twice.
Yeah.
I know it's not for everyone, but like people who watched it, they can attest for it. It's one of the most brilliant pieces of TV. But like, he completely butchered that. And if I'd known about it before, I'd have been like, yeah, he could probably nail that. So you never know what these guys can actually do. Maybe they can only do stories with like twists at the end. I'm really curious to see what he does next because it can't be a continuation or anything. It has to be something new, and I think his recent form has been pretty good. I do want to watch The Wizard. I'm curious to see how well that goes. And old people freak me out as it is. So like, it might freak me out a little bit.
There's a scene with the old woman in the new It movie. Huh?
I watched it.
There's a creepy old woman with a gunshot at the chest.
Okay, Jesus.
And then she runs around naked in the house. You don't remember?
What the no, I haven't watched it.
Oh, you haven't watched it?
No.
Yeah. So yeah, old people
Creepy as shit.
definitely a very good asset for horror movies.
Yeah, really bad.
Especially the veiny ones. The veiny ones.
Yeah,
very
veiny ones,
fair skin.
the saggy, veiny ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, very bad.
Yeah, they just need to show up. There's no makeup. Nothing is required. Just show up. Then people get freaked out.
Just a little makeup to make it less scary.
Yeah.
Like just dumb it down for the audience.
Yeah, but that. Yeah. M. Night Shyamalan. hopefully does something better.
Yeah, I think his best movie is still The Sixth Sense. I wouldn't say this is even close, but that was like, I think The Sixth Sense is like a masterpiece of cinema.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a brilliant movie. It still holds up.
Yeah.
And fantastic acting, like by a kid.
You know what? Another horror movie that was very similar to this was The Others.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Who's that from?
Nicole Kidman.
No, I watched it. Yeah.
It's about Nicole Kidman and two kids of us living in a house.
Okay. It's similar to The Village.
No, it's similar to Sixth Sense.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
The twist at the end is
Okay.
like the Sixth Sense.
I'll check that out.
I was going to recommend another movie. Oh, Suspiria. Definitely was Suspiria. Dude.
Suspiria?
Definitely was Suspiria.
Never heard of it. Like a scary movie?
It's supposed to be a scary movie.
Okay,
But
interesting.
it's more vulgar than scary.
Okay.
Wait, was it Suspiria that I was going to recommend to you?
Suspiria.
No, wait, I don't think it was Suspiria.
Just looking it up. Like, I've never even heard of it.
Wait, I think I got
Who's
it wrong.
in it? There's no movie called Suspiria.
Dakota Johnson.
Dakota Johnson. Let me try looking her movies up.
And Uma Thurman. It's a weird ass movie. You might like it, you might hate it. There's no 75% chance of anything happening. It's either you hate it or you like it. That's it.
I'm just trying. Oh, yeah, it is called Suspiria. A darkness swirls at the center of a world-renowned dance company, one that will engulf the artistic director, an ambitious young dancer, and a grieving psychotherapist. What the fuck?
I like how they set up all these movies with detail.
Suspiria. Okay, interesting.
What other horror movies? I like the Conjuring 1 and 2. You don't like it?
I think they all fall under the whole
Jump scare genre.
jump scare genre, which is
But
not
they
horror.
do it so well, man.
Yeah, they do it well.
Oh,
Whatever.
fuck, Valak. Oh my
I'm
god,
not-
that
I
shit can
watched, like,
haunt
the
you
first
for
one.
weeks.
I don't know. It's just like, I mean, yeah, it's scary, but like, it's just not like terrifying.
It's not terrifying, but then
It's not like
there are quite a few scenes that are so well done in that movie. That are so well done. For example, she is putting the clothes up for drying, and then all of a sudden, one of the piece of cloth just flies off, and then lands on a ghost. But then, because it's a ghost, you can't see there's anybody there. But then the cloth lands on the ghost. That is such a well done scene.
I think I only watched the first one. I watched one with like this weird skeleton dude that like kind of walks backwards, like this.
Huh.
You know what I'm talking
I think
about?
that's the second one.
Yeah.
I think that was the second one.
Like he has a hat.
Yeah.
That guy
Yeah.
is a real guy who has like this condition.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's not like CGI.
Oh fuck.
That's like a real dude. It was like when I saw that, I was like freaked out. Like he really looks like that. You know,
Oh,
like
okay,
with like, and he's like a performance artist, but he uses that to his advantage.
Talk about using your disabilities for
Yeah.
money.
And he's like, you know, really tall,
Yeah.
intimidating Slenderman looking character. Do you know what Slenderman? Have you ever heard about Slenderman?
Yeah, it was a whole thing on the internet, right? Only
It was a
kids
whole thing
were
on the internet.
obsessed about it.
Yeah. Do you know like the myth about it?
I don't know anything about it. All I
Okay.
know is that this dude lives in the forest and then comes out and kills
No,
kids.
not. Yeah, okay. So, the myth of the Slender Man is like he's this really tall person
Huh.
who always wears a
Like Usain
black
Bolt.
suit. No,
Basically,
no.
you're describing Usain Bolt now. Really tall dude who moves fast in the woods.
Why is Usain Bolt in the woods?
I don't know.
This guy is like supposed to be way taller, like that tall. So, and also, he's wearing a suit, and the thing about it is that he doesn't have a face. It's just like completely bald, and he does primarily stay in the woods or whatever. But like, I looked into it and went down this rabbit hole. I mean, obviously it's all fake, but there are these photos of like, you know, like something, just a random ass photo, and then in the distance a bit of a Slender Man. And dude, that shit is freaky as fuck. It's really freaky. And there was this whole YouTube series.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, I was like an idiot, so I believed it, right? I was like, oh fuck, this is real, where these guys were like looking for Slender Man. And this series was so
This
well.
is when? Last year?
I mean, if I'd watched it last year, I probably would have still found it entertaining. But like, this was like way when, I don't know, fucking 15 years ago. But anyway, this was like, for a long time, the series was really believable. Like, it was these bloggers like trying to uncover myths and stuff, and they, you know, obviously set it up to look like, oh, Slender Man is fake. But it turns out, like, you know, in the series, like, Slender Man shows up and like starts haunting these kids and all. And it's really well done, okay, because it's like, you know, it's like the Blair Witch Project.
Ah, okay.
You know,
That
like,
sort of documentary.
yeah. So like, you kind of like, oh fuck. And then this channel did this one thing which I have so much respect for. Like, there was this one episode I remember where Slender Man like catches him, or like, you know, they turn the camera and he's there or something, and then they didn't upload for 7 months. And then they were like 7 months later, and, like, for continuity, you know, because they were like pretending like all this was happening in their life. But really good, although it was pretty shit. Obviously not believable.
You know what the problem is?
What?
There is a lot of shit out there like this.
Yeah.
That if there is one shit that is real,
Yeah.
that'll get muddled in all of this crap, and then that won't come out.
I would believe the like Bigfoot.
Oh, really?
I could see it happening.
Have I got an interesting story for you then?
Okay.
So I am in Kolkata one of those weekends where I am absolutely jobless, nothing to do.
Okay.
A friend calls me and he says there's this mountaineer giving a talk on mountaineering.
Okay.
He doesn't do it anymore, but really old guy.
Okay.
He's very famous also.
Like an Indian guy.
Indian guy.
Okay.
Once I got there, I found out he was the one who accompanied Edmund Hillary to the Everest.
No fucking
Yeah,
way.
his name is Banu Banerjee. And then
Fuck.
he's there. He is, I think, in his 90s or something.
Hey, I know this
Freaking-
guy, dude. He's like made the most amount of climbs to Everest or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Shit, you met him? Crazy.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
then I have a picture with him. I'll show it to you. He's
Crazy.
super well dressed, suited up,
Yeah.
like in a green suit.
Yeah.
You will never guess this guy is in the 90s.
Wow, okay.
Anyway, so he starts talking, right?
Yeah.
He explains all of it. He's such a brilliant storyteller. You will be mesmerized in whatever this guy is saying.
Okay.
Because he explains stuff in such vivid detail.
Okay.
All the currency of that time, how, you know, with 10 rupees you were able to, you know, get a room and get food, all of that. He says all that. He says he was contacted by somebody, a monastery on the way to the Everest,
Okay.
claiming they have a Yeti problem.
Whoa.
And then they were claiming the same. The livestock was getting killed, and everybody was spotting stuff around the monastery. And then they call him, and then he went. I think it was with Edmund Hillary, or I'm not quite sure about that. But then they definitely organized a mission called a Yeti hunt,
Okay.
and they went and they debunked it. They found the animal that was doing all of this, but then. Yeah, he made the story very, very real for us.
Interesting. Yeah, okay. That's
Like,
really cool.
They went and did the whole thing. They went and tracked the footpaths and, you know, and the whole deal.
Yeah.
All the investigative work. Yeah.
Wow. It's a bit like the village. I wish the monsters were real. But like,
Yeah.
that's really cool that you met him, man. That's like a really cool guy to meet, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
That-
he's part of history, dude.
After listening to his talk,
Yeah.
I slowly started thinking about maybe we should
Climbing
try.
Everest.
Maybe not the Everest, but you know how much it costs to climb the Everest?
Probably like 10 lakhs.
30 lakhs.
Oh, okay then.
30 lakhs is reasonable.
Wow.
Yeah, 30 lakhs.
I don't think I want to climb Everest.
So apparently there are a lot of costs involved in cylinders, oxygen, carrying,
yeah.
Sherpa, and all of those.
No, it's
things.
a tourism thing now. Have you not seen that photo where like there is just like a queue? at
Pile of
Everest?
dust. Yeah.
No, like a queue.
Yeah.
Like people waiting to climb.
Because the topmost part is very less area, right? Everybody
Yeah.
wants to spend time over there.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
though that's the part where life is not possible apparently.
Yeah.
Like humans should not be at that height.
Yeah.
But then everybody wants to go there and take pictures or whatever. But then there's a huge trash problem on top.
Yeah, I actually read recently. It's
You
funny
brought
you
up-
bring that up because, like, I think yesterday I read an article about these mountaineers bringing down 6.8 tons of garbage
Yep.
down from Everest.
Yeah. Because that's a problem. Like, it's not like one day hike and come back. They have to live there for so many days.
You know, like some of the landmarks they use are like dead hikers. Like it'd be like orange jumper guy.
Yeah.
It's like it's
perfectly makes sense.
crazy. Yeah.
That's what the movie The Everest is about, right? So some team of people went there and all of them died because there was some avalanche or whatever.
Oh.
And then their bodies were just left there. And it was when IMAX decided to make a documentary on this. The crew went there, and that was when they retrieved the bodies.
Wow.
And they caught it all on tape. And
Crazy. How do they even like find it? That's crazy.
because that's the thing, there are no helicopters at that altitude. That's the biggest problem. If
Like,
the-
how do you find that, dude? Like in
Yeah.
that kind of like environment. Oh, that's crazy. You know, human beings are capable of a lot of things. For something so vulnerable, like something so delicate, they do some crazy fucking shit.
There's an interesting conversation in that movie in particular, for The Everest.
Okay.
So they bring in people from different parts of the world, right? And they make a team, and then there's a travel agency that does this. They're still there. They exist. So one of the people who was there in the team, this guy was like a postman from the States. He was not able to pay the full whatever money that was required for this travel agency,
Okay.
but then they gave him a 50% discount. And also the 50% that he was able to pay, he borrowed from lots of people and all, and he came. So obviously everybody who watches the movie wonders, like, why the fuck are you doing this? Why do you want to travel the Everest with money you don't have? Then they ask that question to him in the movie. Like the travel guide himself asks him, like, why do you want to do this? So then he says, he out of all of his odd jobs, he used to work as a substitute teacher, it seems. And then he was teaching these kids. And then apparently he worked with some disabled kids or differently abled, whatever, differently abled kids. And then he said if somebody like him, like a loser like him, was able to conquer the Everest, then what can those children achieve? So he wanted to show the kids
What a legend.
what someone like him was capable of.
That's great.
I mean, people can call him names and whatever
What
they
a
want,
legend,
but
yeah.
that shuts everybody up.
Yeah, man.
That's the best
And
explanation.
did he do it?
can
Did he
give.
like?
He did it, but he died.
He
But
died?
still.
What?
Yeah, he died.
What the fuck? It's the worst ending to that story. Wait.
Yeah, but still,
He was a part of the expedition that went up to retrieve the bodies?
no.
Or the
He was the
ones-
actual team that died.
Oh, that died. Oh.
Everybody died.
Oh,
I think only
wow.
one guy escaped, and that too, he had to amputate his arm or whatever.
So what you're saying is
There's
he
no.
proved to
there's-
those kids that it doesn't really matter because he was a loser. They
yeah.
couldn't get there. Fuck.
And mountaineers are crazy people, dude.
Yeah.
People who climb mountains, do rock climbing, all that shit.
Yeah. I think it was Edmund Hillary. Someone asked him, like, why do you want to climb Everest? I forget if it's Edmund Hillary, but, like, they asked him, like, why do you want to climb Everest, And he said, because it's there.
Yeah, because it's there.
Yeah.
A lot of
Fucking
people also
love
say,
that.
why not?
Yeah, why not? It's
Why
okay.
not?
But,
If
like,
it's there, why not?
because it's there. I love that. Such a great answer.
Yeah. People are crazy. But then,
Capable and crazy.
yeah. Pioneers, we call them. Pioneers.
I was like, I don't know. I know you don't watch that much Top Gear, but I really like watching Top Gear. And there's this one episode where Richard Hammond, one of the presenters, he has a major crash, and that episode. So what he was driving in that crash was he was driving essentially, and I'm really not exaggerating at all, like an F1 style cockpit. Like an open cockpit with maybe like slightly smaller tires Actually, way smaller tires, and not like right next to the cockpit. They were like a little spread out, and they strapped a jet engine to the back. Okay, with an afterburner, and that's what they deployed. And when they deployed it on land, he was going at 411 miles per hour. Imagine, dude, that's like what? How many balls? Like it's crazy to think about. Like someone even attempting something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
What's the speed of sound? 343 meter per second, right?
Yeah.
And
There's a sonic boom. Boom, it goes like.
Yeah, cars have broken the record. That's what I.
Cars have broken the record. Yeah.
Yeah. Sound barrier or something.
Yeah.
Mark 1. I think it's called Mark 1.
Yeah.